Okay, so I'm back with you. I have had my follow-up visit. I want to show you a little bit of that. I got a new cast put on, which you'll see that. So this is, I'm literally like right now, let's see. So a week and a day, so 8 days post surgery. Had a new cast put on, found out some things that were we didn't know about the surgery. Of course, he couldn't talk to me after surgery because, I mean, he couldn't really say, here's what we had to do. But he knew at the follow-up appointment he'd be able to talk to me. So he showed me what happened. I had two types of fractures. So I've been talking to you guys about a Bennett fracture, and apparently I had that, but I also had a Rolando fracture as well. So I had a hybrid of the two. He was so cool. Dr. Van Wyk was so cool. He let me bring a camera in, let me record everything. So I'm just going to kind of run some of that. You can kind of hear what the post-op was like. You'll kind of see where he cut the cast off, what the scar looks like with the stitches. And then I'll kind of jump around it a little bit. I'm going to edit it down. He talks about what he did and how he did it. And then they put the new cast on. You'll kind of see how that worked and where we are. I will tell you that I don't know. I mean, I can move everything now. I met with my therapist, and so 8 days post-op, I'm able to really move my thumb, but it hurts right here. I mean, it's not comfortable. I can make a fist as much as possible, but there's no way that this thumb could come in and around. You can see the gap there. I can't get my thumb to there, and one, because the cast, two, because it hurt like hell. I also have some pain right up in my fingers right here, and that's caused by me using my mouse, and so I'm trying to kind of fix some of that. But either way, everything went good for the post-op visit, and so still can't get the cast wet, but he put like a piece of felt in here that stops that from cutting. But it's just a little half cast, just down to mid arm right here. So not a big deal. They're going to cut this off next week, pull the stitches, and then put a new one on. So I just kind of wanted to update where I was and what happened. And so we'll get this uploaded, and you can check it out. And here's what happened at the appointment.
Things on yours. Number one, I wasn't happy that we were 5 weeks before I saw you and 6 weeks before we actually got, it took us a week to get you in there. But I did get it in good position. And so, let's see what you think here. So there's your incision right there.
Right.
And we were very careful with these little nerves. You have feeling through here, don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
It's not numb.
No.
Okay,
no.
good. There's a nerve that comes here and branches in 4 tails. And that darn thing, if you nick them, retract them too hard, we stayed away from those little guys so that you would have, now anytime you make a cut, you're going to have some numbness right in here.
I still have a little bit of that
but
there.
You should have feeling out here. Okay,
I do.
good. Scaphoid bone.
Which is right back here.
And then you have the trapezoid and the trapezium.
Mm-hmm.
Scaphoid, trapezoid, and trapezium. And then your was sublexed. The couple of good things that we found was the the bone is supposed to look like that.
Mm-hmm.
And yours looked like flattened out this way. That's the way it was.
Mm-hmm.
Here, and here. Sort of flattened out that allowed it to slide off of the bone like this. So it was like this. and so it was hanging 5,
Right,
you know,
right,
sort of like this.
right.
Subluxed, dislocated, subluxed, mild, you know, dislocation. And so when it's one piece, it is called a Bennett fracture.
Okay.
B-E-N-N-E. Fracture. Many pieces called a R-O-L-A, Rolando fracture, just guy's name. Yours was sort of a Bennett. A Bennett is like this,
Right.
with a big hump where the ligament is intact over here. Now the good thing is you still had some ligament that was intact in this
which you had assumed from the beginning that there was still going to be some good ligament there.
I was
right?
hoping there was. I thought we might have to run a tendon through, but we didn't.
Oh, you didn't have to? Okay.
So what I did with this incision, you can look at the end of this bone, and the only good thing about waiting 5 or 6 weeks, and I would never have done it, but one of the good things is the 3 or 4 small congealed, and I was able to put a little instrument and wedge this down in there to recreate a little bit of the curve, because see, the curve was flat across here.
Right, which means it would never sit.
Well, yeah, it was hard to hold it in, and it was sort of trumpeted out like that. So I was able to bring this, how do I illustrate? I was able to push that over and redo the curve to some extent. Then it wanted to be out here, so I brought it over there and put a pin across like this.
Okay.
And I didn't want the compression to be this way and that way, so I put one across here, which is frequently done. It holds it out to length, and it keeps it from wiggling around and breaking this pin. So, and then I turned both of these over like that, so they weren't sticking through the skin, nor were they sticking up, so they're flush, and we can leave them in there for, gosh, I'd leave those suckers in between 6 and 8 weeks, maybe even 8 weeks.
Okay.